Alaska contains more than 365 million acres of land, much of which remains entirely undeveloped. This vastness creates a powerful draw for anyone seeking absolute privacy and an untouched frontier. The financial appeal is straightforward. In many remote regions, you can secure large parcels of land at lower prices per acre than almost anywhere in the lower 48. Combined with zero state income tax and no statewide sales tax, the investment looks highly favorable on paper. However, the sticker price of Alaskan land is often a distraction. In this environment, the cost of the raw dirt is typically the smallest expense you will encounter. This chart shows the correlation between property cost and access. The cheapest land clusters in the bottom left. The most affordable parcels are the hardest to reach. Purchasing a remote plot means surviving without municipal support. Money saved is quickly redirected into massive infrastructure costs. To see past the marketing of the final frontier, we have to calculate the true cost of raw Alaskan dirt. We will break down these hidden premiums to see if the reality of ownership matches your specific goals. The first major point of failure for most buyers is access. Without a dedicated road system, every aspect of land ownership becomes a complex logistical puzzle. Many parcels require a bush plane, a boat, or an ATV just to reach the property line. This isn't a temporary inconvenience, it is a permanent requirement for entry. This matrix shows the drop-off in baseline convenience. While raw land in the lower 48 typically allows for a standard driveway, remote Alaskan land forces a total reliance on specialized aviation or off-road vehicles. Because you cannot drive a delivery truck to the site, transportation costs for building materials curve exponentially higher. Every bag of concrete and every piece of lumber must be flown or barged in, adding a massive premium to the total project cost. This lack of access also creates significant safety risks. If a winter storm grounds local flights, you are entirely cut off from medical facilities and emergency supplies, potentially for weeks. The ultimate trade-off is clear. You are trading logistical reliability and affordable transportation for vast acreage and unmatched privacy. The second hurdle is the total disconnection from municipal power, water, and sewage grids. Making the land habitable requires you to engineer self-sustaining systems, solar arrays with battery storage, diesel generators for the dark winter months, and private wells. This chart quantifies the required capital. While the initial land purchase price is low, the secondary development costs often shoot up 5 times higher. Drilling a well and installing an off-grid power system in a remote environment can easily dwarf the price of the land itself. Beyond the installation costs, you must have the mechanical skills to maintain these systems. When a generator fails at 20 below zero, you are the only technician available. The primary benefit here is achieving 100% off-grid independence, which permanently eliminates monthly utility bills. Ultimately, this type of land ownership requires you to fund and operate your own private municipal utility grid. Even with a secure budget, you face 2 severe friction points: a very short construction season and restricted access to capital. Alaska's climate dictates a short, weather-dependent building window. Extreme cold and limited daylight drastically slow down standard construction timelines. You also have to contend with permafrost. Permafrost is a subsurface layer of soil that remains frozen year-round. When the ground locks up, all foundational building progress comes to a complete halt. This forces a multi-year, phased approach to building, which ties up your capital while labor costs rise due to unavoidable seasonal delays. Transitioning to financing, traditional banks frequently deny loans for vacant, remote Alaskan land because it lacks the standard benchmarks they require. The market also has low liquidity. Liquidity refers to how quickly an asset can be sold for cash without losing its value. Because remote parcels take longer to resell and lack comparable sales, most buyers must use all-cash purchases or high-interest seller financing. Alaska's environment and lending landscape favor patient, highly liquid buyers, while actively punishing those who rely on standard mortgages and fast build cycles. Alaskan land is an active, labor-intensive asset rather than a passive investment. Buyers divide into 3 profiles: homesteader, investor, and recreational user. For the homesteader, the path is a green go if your infrastructure budget is secure. For the investor, it flashes a yellow caution. Cheap, remote land rarely experiences rapid appreciation. Real estate appreciation is strictly tied to road systems. Remote parcels are illiquid and take years to resell. For the recreational user, the path also flashes caution. You must strictly verify legal access before committing capital. Always confirm your legal easements. An easement is the legal right to cross another person's land to reach your own property. Without verified easements and a plan for seasonal weather blocks, your land may be unreachable when you need it most. Alaska rewards the meticulously prepared and punishes the romanticized buyer. Success here requires matching your budget and skills to the brutal logistics of the land, not just the price of the acreage.